Good morning, Splash Chatters, or good evening, or whatever time it is for you. Right now it's morning, my kids are off to school, and I'm ready to paint, and I'm so excited. Are you guys ready to paint? I have to tell you the story behind this one. I've painted it before, but yesterday, I went to the store, and I went to the little smelly sniffly stores, you know, that's all the lotions and the candles and all that kind of stuff. I talked too fast. I went to the smelly store, where they have lotions and candles and things like that. And I was smelling the scents. They had the funnest scents, like blueberry. I don't even know what they were. But they were fun. So the one that stuck out to me the most was winter, right? Like the simplest thing. But what does winter smell like? Right? So I opened it up and it smelled good. It didn't really smell like winter, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. So it made me think about this painting. And I thought, let's paint it. I'm going to paint a winter evening. Winter evening with you. What would a winter evening smell like? Interesting. I love smells. So let's paint this one up and have fun with it. And this one's really easy to do. Like, this is so fun. These are the colors for this one. There is this dark blackish gray. It's not quite black. That's what you have to find. You'd have to find something that's almost black, but not. This one's called Pavement, and it's an apple barrel color. But if you can't find something that's black, not black, but almost black, take a little bit of black and mix a little bit of white in it and make it just slightly lighter. There's a little hip tip for it, but there's a slightly black, like a not black, but black. If that makes any sense. Then you need black, you need white, and you need a gray, a light gray color. Okay, so this one's gonna have something special in the middle of it. And that you can do any color, anything. I'll explain that later, but you might need another color for that. So get your canvas, your water, and your paper towel. Obviously this has no water in it. I gotta go fill this up. Get your water, your paper towel, your palette. I'm gonna use this one that my kids used the other night for some orange something, but I'm gonna cover it. It's dry, it's good to go again. And your brushes. And for this one you'll need a big brush, big flat, medium flat like this, and a little tiny round brush like this. Those three. Oh, you guys want to see my special brush? I love this brush. This is called my Betty Bird brush. Do you see that? It's my favorite in the whole world, and I don't let anybody touch this. And I actually lick it. Like Picasso. I'm going to go crazy or something. Anyway, get your brushes, get your paints, get your palette, get your water, get your everything, and we'll start. Oh, and don't forget your aprons. Get those on too. I'm going to go get my water filled, and then we'll start. Yay! Alright, you guys, I've put my dark gray, the one that's almost black, on, and my lighter gray on my palette. I'm going to get my biggest brush, wet it down with my water, dab it off on my paper towel, and you're going to pretty much fill this whole canvas in with this dark gray. And what I'm doing, though, is making kind of a circular motion around it. Okay, like so, all the way around. Make sure you're getting your tops and your sides and everywhere, all the way around, because that will finish it off for you. Anyway, looking good already, right? I'm just kidding. So I love winter nights. They're so pretty, and I love them when I'm inside looking out on them. Not necessarily. Oh, shoot. That's why we wear our aprons. I'm safe. Don't worry about me. I know you're all worried about me. Okay. Anyway, I love winter nights when you're inside in the cozy warmth looking out at them. They are so nice that way. But when you're out in the traffic and the cold and you just want to go home, not so nice. But they are pretty things. Okay, almost the whole thing is filled, right? I'm going to see. Oh, I'm going to have to get this edge too. I'm going to get this edge real quick and get that all done. Okay. So you got most of that filled, just a little bit of a circle left in the middle. But you're going to just dip this paintbrush that you have your dark in already into your lighter gray, and you're going to start swerving that into your circle. You go right around where you've already painted, like you paint this light gray right on top of the dark gray. Don't even worry about going in the white. You just go around in the dark, and then you kind of bleed it, which means you just kind of make it fade off into the rest of your black. Just bleed it out like that, and it fades, and it makes this really cool ring, like a winter ring come around. Okay, so cool. Now I'm gonna rinse this out just a little bit because I want to get more gray, more of the light gray. So rinse that out a little bit. Start with your light gray again and start kind of right in the middle. Fill that in a little bit. Okay, all the way around. And then you're gonna start picking up some of that dark gray again. Okay, and then just kind of take that in, take it out. You bring the dark gray in and light out. Just by going with your paintbrush, you just drag it in and drag it out. And that brings the colors, and it mixes the colors together and moves them around. But what you really want to do is you want to end up making this circular shape. So once you get the color moved around, to use your paintbrush stroke, or your paintbrush to make these really cool round strokes. Okay, I pulled in a lot of gray in the middle, and that's okay. We'll just soften it up a little bit by just going over it and over it and over again. Now, if you've got it too dry, just add more light or dark paint to it, and it will help to move around. Okay, isn't that pretty? So we have that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that same light gray, the lighter gray color, and we're gonna paint us a heel on the bottom here. So kind of just make yourself a shape of how your heel would look. If you want something to sit on your heel, make a good sitting spot on your heel, right? Something would be there. And then if you don't want something to sit on your heel, you just want hills, just make these random bumpy hills. And your paint should be really wet. You should be picking up a lot of paint color in this on the bottom. If not, that's okay too. If it's too dark or too light, add some more of the dark color to it when you're going along, okay? If it's dried too much already. Mine's really wet still. Okay, there you go. That's a fun heel. So from there, make sure you get your sides. Make sure you get your sides. From there, you're going to be done, I think, with your big brush, pretty much. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to put some trees in the background. Okay, and I've told you this before. If you're going to do background trees, get your medium brush, this guy, and try to match your colors in the background. Okay, because this is so wet, it's going to pick up really well, and it's going to match really well. But I'm going to mix a little bit of these two together because I want to match that background color really, really well, but still have it be seen. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the tip of my snow, and I'm just going to drag this paintbrush. I'm doing it the long, skinny way. I'm not painting with a flat like this. I'm painting like this. And I'm just going to take this and make some fun trees just by kind of pushing up the stuff. Okay. And trees are always bigger at the bottom than they are at the top. Just remember that. I'm going to do a couple of them back in here. You can make more bushy-like things. They're a little bit more flat. And if you can move around paint instead of add paint, that's great at this point with these trees in the background. What I mean by move around paint is not get your paintbrush loaded at all, but still have that wet paint on your canvas still. If you can move that paint around, that will look cool. That'll give you some cool way in the background trees. Anyway, that is my tree foresty on this side. Let's do it on this side. Same idea. Match the back of your painting, match the background the best you can, and it will look like these trees are way off in the distance. That's the hint of making that look 3D way back there. Look at those fun trees. Aren't those cool? Bushes, trees. Is it starting to look like a winter night already? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Also reminds me of like Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia, when they walk through the forest, or they walk through the door and they go into that forest. It's kind of fun. Okay, so that is the back of the trees, right? That's the background. Now we're going to do some foreground trees, and for foreground trees, we're going to use our black. Okay. Okay, we're going to do some foreground trees. I got a little bit of black on my canvas right there, or my palette. And I'm going to start doing these foreground trees, and I'm going to move the trees down into my snow, into my hill, because then it'll look like they're in the foreground. Start a little bit lower, and I'm going to start thick this time with my paintbrush, not skinny, thick this time. Drag it up, and as I drag it, I'm going to turn it to the skinny. Okay? And you paint these right on top of your other trees in the background, right on top of them. Okay, you don't want to worry about covering the and go, oh, that tree's so perfect back there, I don't want to cover it. No, just cover it right over it. Okay, right over it. Pretty winter night. You can make some bumpies in the trunk and everything, like make these look really cool. Just remember, trees are bigger at the bottom than they are at the top, and you'll get it. Okay, they get skinnier as they go up. Start it out wide at the bottom, then turn it up, and you'll get it. Okay, there we go. This would be a cool forest with an owl hiding in it. Have you guys ever seen an owl in real life? Like, I'm not at the zoo or something like that. The other night we were driving over to grandparents' house, and there was an owl on the side of the road, and our spotlight lights went right into his eyes, and he turned and stared at me with those big old eyes, and he didn't even move. He was like right on the side of the road, and he didn't even move. I wonder if he had like some kind of something he was eating, or he was just too intrigued with the stuff he was eating. I don't know. He didn't move. And I was like, I thought he would fly away, which would have been cool to see too, but I thought that was so cool. Him just staring at us. That was pretty cool. Anyway, okay, so you get the basics on there of your forest, okay? And then you can take that little tiny skinny brush that you got, and you can add my Betty Bird. I'll use my Betty Bird. I love this thing. And you can just add some little tiny black branches in there as well. Okay, look how small that is. Isn't that amazing how that paints? I love that. Anyway, just add these little tiny, you know, whatever else extra little branches you want to put on there that are just teeny ones. Okay, to add some texture and stuff in there. Okay, all over wherever you want to do that. I just love that bird. Oh, I love it. Bird meaning this. I didn't paint a bird. You guys are thinking, what bird? What is she talking about? Okay. Yes, that looks really cool. Okay, guys, from here we're going to have to let it dry for a few minutes because we're going to add some snow to it, but it's already looking really cool. Really, really cool. Just add them until you're happy with what you've done. Okay. I'm liking that. It looks cool, right? So stop for a minute, let it dry, and I'll show you something fun. I always want to show you some pictures that I did or that I have for you to see because I think it's fun. I'm like, anyway, now I'm sitting, that's about right. So this is what my big final one looks like. And it's got a lantern with a wreath on it, and we'll put the snow on it here in a minute, but this is the finished one on the Etsy shop. I wanted to give you some ideas of what you could put in the middle of your painting because I'm not going to show you that on this video. But here's a lamp you can put in the middle. I thought a snowman sitting there would be really cute. A tree sitting in there would be really cute. And then I thought maybe just a star. Can you guys see? This is one of my favorite ones too. It's very hard to see. But there's a star right here. And in this dark, it'd be really pretty. You could see it really well. But this light one, it's so cute. It's like the star that of Christ's birth at Christmas time. And it's fun because in the middle of the day, so somewhere in the world, it was day when he was born. And these little animals are seeing this star and they are recognizing that as something special. So I just love that one. I think that's so cute. So check some of these out. There's other Christmassy ones as well to check out, but some fun ideas of something to put in the middle of your picture, your winter night. What's going to be in your winter night? You can even put a little deer. How cute would that be? Okay. Some fun things. Really cute ideas. So you can do anything with this. Anything that's like special to you, you could put it in the winter. Anyway, I think this is dry enough. Let's go ahead and show you the rest. We're going to add some snow to it. It'll be fun. Already it's pretty. Let's do some white to add our little bit of snow onto this bad boy. And for this, what you're going to do is you're just going to take your white, or take your little tiny skinny brush, whatever you're going to do. I think I'm going to use a little bit thicker one. This Betty Bird is a little too skinny. So I'm going to get a little thicker small brush, a round brush. Okay, here we go. This guy. I'm going to put some white on it, and I'm just going to give my trees some texture, and that's just by doing these broke up lines. Okay, broken up lines down this thing. Take it onto that branch just a little bit there. That is just going to get some texture, some blowing snow onto your trees. Okay, make sure they're broken up lines. Put big piles of snow in the cracks of the tree. Oh, isn't that fun? Wherever there's a crack, you can put a little bit of pile of snow in there. Okay, that's what we're trying to just add some snow and some texture to it. Okay, don't make those lines perfect. You don't want them to be perfect. And I'm kind of putting my texture and my snow and stuff on this inner side of the tree. Kind of closer to the light that's coming through the trees there. Okay, put some snow in there. Wherever you need to find a spot, put some snow. There's some snow clumped up in there. Have fun with it. Do the opposite side, same thing. Big clumps of snow in there. Give it some texture, like the snow's been blowing up on those trees just a little bit. Okay, and use anywhere. I'm gonna add a little bit up in here too to kind of make those branches stand out just a little bit up in there. But you can do as much or as little as you want to. Okay. There we go. And then once you get the texture in the trees the way you like it, you're just going to put a little bit of snow right in front here. Taking some white, and I'm just going to brush it across this hill. And I'm going to kind of bring it down in pieces that kind of just lay. What this is doing is causing this to look at this light that's kind of coming through. And the snow is all white down here, but the gray spots, it's just darker. Do some broken up pieces that kind of come. Okay, like that. You can even drag this behind the tree a little bit to kind of make that look more realistic. Okay, give it some light snow right in there. It'll make some more of it chunky. I'm going to do it a little more chunky. There you go, kind of have a hill there. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. Anyway, put a little bit of the snow light color on. Because it's all snow. We're just getting this spot that's lit up a little bit. Okay, and then once you do that, you can even bring some of it over into here a little bit just to reflect some spots on there. Once you do that, we're going to do a little bit of shadow by our trees. So get that dark, dark black again. That's not quite brown, not quite black. I'm going to make some shadows. And when I do a tree shadow, usually I just take my skinny brush. I'm doing the opposite way that the light would go. So the trees are going that way. This trees will go this way. And I'm just taking it and making these broken up lines that kind of drift off. I gotta move this up. Little guy. Okay, so you're just drifting these lines off till they disappear. Isn't that cool how that happens? And it makes those trees look a little bit more grounded. Okay, look how cool that is. Okay, so there's your trees. Let's put a little bit of snow just piled up right around the bottom of the snow of the trees. Like this, in spots just right in front there. Drag them off a little bit. It's part of this. Part of your shadow there. Because of course trees would have snow piled up, right? Okay. In my original, I gave it some grasses and spots. What you can do, just take a little bit of black and get a little bit of water in it with the help flow and just make these little tiny pieces of grass sticking out if you want to do that. And if you do grass, I always tell people start from the bottom, just like the way grass would grow in real life. And then do it that way. Pull it up. Okay, there's some little grasses in there. Depending on what you're going to put in the front of your picture here, you know, do grass or don't do grass, whatever you're going to do. And I messed up on that spot, so I'm just going to kind of fill it back in again with some snow. You know me, I tell you all the time if I mess up, I'm not about to tell you I'm perfect. There you go. Look how that dripped. That is cool. Isn't that kind of cool how that did that? Oh, I love seeing stuff like that. That's cool. Kind of smooth it out a little bit to ease that a little bit, but I'm going to kind of incorporate that. Okay. So there's that. And then the last thing you need to add, just to make this really cool, is just some snow coming down, some trickly snow. Whatever you're going to put in the middle, make sure you put that in there and then just make little dots. You can use even the back of your brush if you want to. Here. And then make this cool winter night with these little snowflakes falling down. Finish that off with a couple of snowflakes everywhere you want to. Don't go overboard on the snow because you can do too much. And don't try to make the snow in a perfect grid pattern either. You want like clumps of snow around and stuff like that. But that is what it's going to look like. Isn't that pretty, you guys? Winter night. Now, what would this smell like? A winter evening. Ooh, I don't know. Interesting to think about. You can even leave it like that. This mysterious winter trail to something. Sign that bad boy in. You're done. All right, you guys. Very simple black and white and gray painting. And look how pretty it is. 4 colors, literally. And that's gorgeous. Like I said, you could leave it like this. Put something special in the middle of it. I want to see what you do. If you guys paint this, put it down below in the comments. I would love to see what you guys are creating. Anyway, have fun with this. Winter nights are around us. They're going to be here for a few months, so might as well enjoy that, right? Anyways, I think that's it. See you next time.